You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Ay, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Ay, you know I'm a beast.
Can I run up the score, run up the board, breaking the mold? Ay, ay, walking the door. You know what happened? We step on the floor. Ay, ay, coming from on. You don't want problems, you already know it. Ay, ay, come on to it. You already know it.
All right, good people. This is your boy Cool McCain. We are live for another episode of AAL, the fifth quarter. Tonight, we're going to be talking to the teams from the AAL, the American Arena League. We are going to be discussing training camp and also touch on, the draft is coming up a little bit. But before we get into any of that, we're going to go around and allow these gentlemen to introduce themselves. Just give you a chance to know a little bit about them. So, Drell, I'm going to start with you. Just, excuse me, let the people know, who you are and how you got to where you're at.
My name is Drell Green. Played at West Kentucky University. Got to Columbus in 2021 and never left.
Sounds good. Kimo?
How's it going? My name's Kimo Naehu. Born and raised in Hawaii. I spent a few years playing in indoor league, and I just got to Columbus yesterday. I'm excited.
Nice. Zacchaeus?
Yo, my name's Zacchaeus Cradle. I'm better known as Stretch. I played at UCF and Georgia State for my collegiate years. I moved back home to start teaching and coaching at Carver High School in Columbus, Georgia.
All right. And Coach Daniels?
Yes, sir. Damian Daniels, head coach. Going into my third year. Been with the Lions since they very first started. As a player, played pretty much my whole career. Went away for a couple years, then retired in 2016, and been coaching ever since.
Okay. So, good people, of course, these are your players from your Columbus Lions. It's pretty clear. They all got on their gear. They're ready to go. So, first question, I'll ask this for everybody. Kimo, you may or may not be able to answer this one yet just because you just got there. But how's camp been looking?
Yeah, I just got here. Guys are starting to roll in slowly. We're getting excited. I'm meeting everybody and get this thing rolling.
Okay. Drew, how's camp going so far?
We ain't started yet, but I'm excited to meet all the new players, Kimo and Stretch, good people. So I'm just ready to get going.
All right. Same thing if you, Stretch. I know you're not actually in the camp, but you're getting to that thing. So how things going so far with just meeting everybody, all the good stuff?
Yeah, I say for the most part, just me coming around and seeing a couple people out in public, it's been real welcoming. I'm really ready to get training camp so we can compete, start playing with each other.
For sure. And Coach, I know camp is going to be an interesting experience. Ready?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be very exciting, man. We're extremely excited about the team we have coming in this year. So, like the guys say, we can't wait to get this thing going, and once we get it all together, we're looking forward to a good season.
Fair enough. So, guys, I'll ask everybody this question. We know, there's going to be a AAL draft where there'll be a couple players drafted from the AAL2, current or former players in the AAL2. You guys' thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's going to be a good opportunity, for these guys, in the AAL too, wanting to move up to the AAL and to the professional ranks. So I think it's a great idea and a great opportunity for these guys to, get an opportunity. So we're looking forward to it. Of course, we did the picks a couple days ago, and we have the first pick. So we got to make sure we go through all the guys and try to pick the right one.
Yep. And just for those watching, the draft is going to be snake order. So Columbus has the first pick in the first round. They'll give them the last pick in the second round, and so on and so forth through the 4 rounds. So yeah, want to make sure everybody was aware kind of how that works. All right. So Josiah's drill chemo. Any thoughts on the draft for either one of you guys?
I think it's a great opportunity for anybody that's trying to play ball. It's a matter of getting in, getting seen, getting filmed. That's the way to move up.
Yep.
So any way you can get in, gotta get it.
Yeah, I think it's a game changer, man. The first draft in the arena, so I think it's gonna be good for now and the future for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to all the guys who helped get this together. Whenever you can innovate something and start something, that's always a good look. And no one can ever take away from the American Arena League started the first draft.
Right. Right.
Say that's that's something that can never be taken away. So, guys, how are we anticipating? Oh, go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, guys, how are we anticipating things going for training camp, just for the players? How you guys are anticipating things going in training camp? What's your goals for training camp, I should say?
I think it's gonna be fun, man. Like I said, when I first met Stretch, I told him, "Hey, bro, you ready to get locked up?" So I feel like it's gonna be real competitive because I heard around town that my boy been locked in there since. So I'm ready.
So yeah, just piggybacking off what he's saying, I think gonna be real competitive like all around, and just basically us coming out of training camp healthy.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, camp's always the goal, to get to camp and to compete, to earn your spot. And I think camp's a good time for everyone to get to know each other, and the leaders will make themselves known, and everybody kind of knows where they fit. And yeah, just get it rolling.
All right, so Coach Daniels, what are you looking for the guys who are going to make this team that you're going to see in camp from them?
I mean, everybody on our roster, coming into training camp, they can play football. That's not a question. So
Right.
what we're looking for as a staff is, who's going to be that right fit for us and our team and what we're trying to do. Like he said, of course, leadership is going to play a role in that. So my veteran guys. They're gonna play a role in seeing who fits this team and who we feel like we can go win the championship with. I think just based off of the roster coming in, I think we have a perfect fit of, veterans and young guys coming in. So, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, but, we're looking forward to that challenge.
Fair enough. Now, another thing I wanted to ask is, we know this is the first year of the reboot, so to speak, of American Arena League, right? So, how excited are you to be a part of that year one? In the quote unquote new league.
I mean, it's always great to start things off. And, of course, being Columbus doing what we do, we want to be the first ones to host that AAL trophy. So that's the goal going into it from day one. We want to be the first champion.
That definitely makes sense. I mean, I say all the time, if you're playing sports, obviously we're talking about football now, and your goal is not to win, go home.
Right.
And let somebody else who wants to win get that spot. So definitely like the competitiveness. I feel like this is going to be a very, competitive league. Obviously, you guys have a little bit of a advantage getting that first pick in the draft and kind of looking at all the players and saying we take whoever we want. We can tell you who we taking, it don't matter because we got the first pick. So definitely congrats, on that. Looking forward to a fun season because I feel like it's going to be a lot, happening with excuse me, with the players. with the league as a whole, as well as the individual teams. We're going to, new audiences, new experiences, new teams you're playing. Some teams you've already played before, but I feel like this is going to be, just a fun opening year. It's going to be a great opportunity for everybody. I think it's going to be great for the players. I think it's also going to be great for, coaches and everybody involved. So what I'll do is I'll go around here and just let you gentlemen give me any other thoughts that you have or anything you want to throw out there, as well as let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram at _SN1PA. That's where I'm at. Any thoughts? Nah, not really. Just know that we've been watching and we see it, and it's on the bulletin board. So y'all got a target on us. We got a target on y'all.
Okay, I can dig that. I can definitely dig that.
Yeah, my boy Drell has been very modest tonight, but it's all good. But yeah, we're definitely looking forward to it. But of course, head coach Damian Daniels. You catch me on Facebook as Damian Daniels, Instagram Dame_4. Yeah, and that's about it, man. Like I said, I can't wait to get it going this weekend.
Definitely.
Football's a language for me. It's a way of life. So I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for the younger guys to get their taste of pro ball, what it's like. And I mean, playing ball is a privilege, and some guys forget that. So we got to remind them. I'm excited.
Yeah,
absolutely. And Kimo, where can the people find you, sir?
Oh, they can find me on Instagram at Kimo-san, KIMOSANN. I'll be there.
All right. And Josias.
Yes, sir. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Jakai's Cradle. And my thoughts, I really ain't got too much to say. We'll see y'all when we see y'all.
I love it. Well, guys, good luck on the season. Hope everybody makes it through camp healthy. And we'll see you guys back on the next episode.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it, man.
All right. So, good people. Got a couple more teams that are going to be coming on. But before that, just wanted to give you guys a little quick information. So we do have the draft coming up. And with that, it's going to be, if I remember correctly, April, I believe it's either the 18th or the 19th. Apologies, there's a lot going through my mind. And we're going to have snake rounds of the draft. Everybody gets an opportunity to draft all 4 teams. It is open to people who have been a part of AL2, whether you're a current player or you're a previous player of AL2. You can sign up for that at either AL2.com or AmericanArenaLeague.com. Definitely can look into it if it's something that you may want to be part of. We'll be putting out information about where you can see the draft at and all that, because it's going to be an actual draft setup and all this. So it's going to be a fun experience for the guys that are going to be there, for the coaches and everyone else who's going to be a part of it. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. And we're going to go ahead and hop on to our next team. So we're going to be having the Mississippi Wolfpack coming on next. So let me go ahead and get these gentlemen up here so we can talk some football here. All right. So, gentlemen, first of all, good evening. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I'm good.
You good? Yes, sir.
All right. You got 30 slides here too. I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, no,
can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. So what I'll do is just go around first and have everybody introduce themselves. We'll start with Coach Strong, and then we'll just slide around and have everybody introduce themselves and let people know, how you got to where you're at.
All right, my name is Coach Strong, Mississippi Wolfpack head coach.
All right, Armand.
My name is Armand. I was part of Wolfpack last year, and now I'm part of Wolfpack now.
All right, Mr. 30 for 30. Oh, he might be lost in the metaverse real quick. All right, so Joseph, we'll go to you and come back. Well, I guess we won't go to Joseph. Can you hear me? 30 for 30.
Yes, sir.
All right, just let the people know where, who you are and how you got where you're at.
Yeah, I'm LaMarcus Kelly. I'm the running back for the Mississippi Wolfpack. I got back on the team by toting that rock, being the champion.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask y'all some of the same things, that I asked the last team. Going into training camp for you, Coach Strong. I'm sure you had a plan in place. What are you looking for? What's going to be the difference from what you were expecting prior to what you're expecting now? Armand and 30 for 30. What is your expectations or your goals going into training camp?
You want to start with me or the players?
Yeah, we can start with you.
Yeah, y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
All right.
All right, so Joseph, if you would just take a moment and just let the people know who you are and any information we'll give them about how you got to where you're at. Since we lost you there.
Joseph Weathersby Jr., hybrid safety cornerback. How I got here. I started my chances out in semi-pro, built my way up to the Mississippi Raiders. That league folded. Then, Coach Strong came along, gave me a chance, and now I'm here. AL2 champions.
All right. So you may have been just coming back on when I asked the question, but I was going to ask Coach Strong his question first, but then I'll ask you as well as 30 for 30 and Armand. We'll call him Mr. Kelly and Armand. What are your expectations and your goals for training camp? We'll start with Coach Strong. So, Coach Strong, floor is yours, sir.
I'm just looking to see the new guys that come in, see can I mix these guys with the guys that was here last year, and just see can we do the same thing we did last year. Of course, this is gonna be another league with better competition, but I think that so far the guys that I have, we got a pretty good roster, and I think that what we got, what we got, and the guys that coming in, man, we gonna look pretty good. I just can't wait to see what they look like on the field when they come in, the new guys, and mix them with the veterans, and man, and see can we cook up something, I'm trying to repeat. I'm trying to get a ring number 2.
But my philosophy, we ain't trying to win to get a ring. Go home and get somebody else's spot who won it.
Right.
All right, we'll start with you, Armand. What's your goals and everything for training camp?
Yeah, my goals for training camp. I want us all to be competitive. I mean, we all are here for the same thing. We're all here to win the championship, and that will come with, competing, getting us better. We all got to get better. This is a higher league, so we need to take it up a step. I also want us to get camaraderie and chemistry. The chemistry we need to have is a better chemistry we had last year.
Okay. I dig it. All right, Mr. Kelly, what about you, sir?
I got me.
What about you, Mr. Kelly?
Man, my expectations are coming in for camp. I just want the new players to come in ready. Really, I want to see what with some of our veterans, have they been taking care of their body coming in hot, rolling for camp? You know what I'm saying? Camp, I expect to see people come in shape, ready to compete for a spot, not trying to get in shape. That's what I think I'm gonna be trying to. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring my top notch game to see what we got. You know, can't come into camp a slouch. You got to, you know what I'm saying, bring the competition to see how your brothers play. That's what my expectation is. See, come in and see how everybody play, gel together, see what pieces that we can use. You know what I'm saying, get coach mine. You know what I'm saying, the best of me, so he can evaluate me too. I ain't, you know what I'm saying. I understand we got new players coming in all positions. I
Yep.
know I'm trying to be a veteran piece at that camp.
I dig that. All right, Joseph.
I'll say competing, just like Kelly and Coach said, we got new guys coming in. We want to see how they could fill in, like, with the veterans, who going to take that next step. I mean, anybody's spot's up for grabs. So, even the veteran spot's up, Basically, it's like the next man, the next man up, if you better than that, just like Coach don't do favoritism. So, like, if he feel like, you better than that, he going to put you in that spot. But he also going to put you in the spot to win. But I'll definitely say, competing.
Dig it. So the next question, of course, I want to ask is, we have the draft. One of the things we've been focused on talking about. What are you guys' thoughts, on the draft?
I think it's gonna be. I think it's cool. It's definitely give the AAL2 guys something to play for, something to play hard for, and I think it's pretty unique, and I'm looking forward to see how that works together this year. I'm looking forward to that.
All right, guys, any thoughts from y'all?
I think it's a good thing. It's going to give a lot of people a shot to move up. It's going to give people a reason to compete harder than they normally would if they didn't have no goals to make it up to the league. You never know.
All right. Go ahead
Yeah.
and go with you. What are your thoughts? Can you
It's
hear me,
me.
I
Joseph?
think the draft.
Yeah.
Oh, you said
Oh,
Joe.
well, go ahead.
You
Go
go,
ahead.
Kelly.
You can go ahead. Go ahead.
I think the draft. I think that's something nice though. I can't wait to, you know what I'm saying, see how it turn out. I think they're gonna bring a lot of more eyes to the league, a lot of more
Yeah.
teams to the league, a lot of more copycats. You know how that go. But I think it's a good thing overall for the league, for real. I can't wait to see how it go though.
But yeah, I feel
It
like
it kind of like it benefits the AAL teams too because we get to pick from the top AAL2 players. And they ain't no slouch. Shoot, we once was in that league. We know how the talent go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People be people be underrating the AAL2, but shoot, there's some talent in that league.
Very
So
true.
I
Very
think it's
true.
it's an opportunity for the top teams in the AAL to get some good pieces. So that's a plus.
Your thoughts, Joseph?
but like it's a new beginning. About the add this to give people a shot. But I feel like overall, you know, it's a good thing.
I dig it.
Mhm.
I dig it. So, gentlemen, I wanted to ask you guys this question specifically. Um, so we know you, along with the Bearcats, were in the AAL2 last year, and now obviously you're part of the AAL. So, how does that, if it does at all, change how you approach things? Just having that move from the development to the pro league, how does that change, you know, your motivation, how you look at things, how you prepare, any of that, or is everything still the same?
I definitely say not the same. We at a new level. Higher competition. So our expectations are different. So we got to move different, be better, compete as a team. All in one.
Okay.
Definitely, the change for me is the physicality. I want to be physically prepared for this league because the higher people going to be faster, stronger people. So you need to be ready for that.
Okay.
But I think that we going in with this with the mentality that ALL2, ALL, different league, but the goal is still the same. We facing two teams that's new.
The song went out again.
Can't hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, we facing two teams that's new. Everybody else that we have faced, we faced the Bearcats. We faced every team that we playing at ALL2. So the new teams are the Lions and the Willie Mountain, which could be they professional teams. So I'm just looking forward to the matchup. But the outcome remained the same. We looking to win everybody that we face. Of course we plan to get better, bring in more guys, add to the piece that we had last year, and just get better and better in camp. Take that into the first game and just get ready for the competition. Because I know it's going to be tough, but hey, we're a tough team, so we ready for it.
All right, fair enough. So, gentlemen, if you would, any last thoughts?
Hold on. I ain't get a chance to. I ain't get a chance to talk.
Apologies, sir. Apologies.
But hold on, now 30. Don't leave 30 out. You gonna make it hard on the league. Now you leave 30 out.
Go ahead, 30. My bad. You're too quiet.
Man, hey, man, I can't wait though, man. Last time I went against Columbus Line, man, I was playing center.
Oh wow.
I was playing center, so I definitely can't wait.
Okay.
I get to play skill position, man. What? My true position? Oh man, I can't wait. Them and Willie Miners, that's my time to shine, baby.
That's your time to shine.
That's my time to shine, baby. I don't care what position coach put me at.
Well, I hope you shine at everybody if you play.
I know it, but you know what I'm saying? They gonna try to, how they they might look at us like we, what I'm saying? We ain't, how they go.
Yeah.
I've been against them. I played against them like 2-3 times.
Yeah.
I know how they view their opponents.
I'm definitely locked in versus Columbus. Every game is a dog fight, but I ain't never beat Columbus, but I feel like I got it this year. I got it this year. At their house, at our house. You gotta think about this. Last year we haven't. I think we didn't lose a road game. I think we undefeated on the road.
Yeah.
So we didn't have main pieces, none of that. We had guys step in and play huge roles. So I feel like we got the team to everybody in this league. So we coming for it all. I feel like this is a repeat.
Yeah.
Coming to dominate. That's it.
And the difference between when we met them on the other team and now we got Coach Strong with us. He the head. We got some thinking. We got some brains in the front now.
Ain't no pushover. You thought that was last year?
Y'all better be focused on every game, not just against them. Y'all better be focused on every game.
I mean, yeah, that too. But that's like a rivalry to. That's like gonna be like a personal rivalry. No, we can't underestimate now teams. Now
you worry about them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had no expectations for us to go to the championship or come out the South, but look at the outcome.
Yeah.
Very true. All right. So
hey, don't get me wrong. Now, Willie Miners and stuff like that, they tough too. They real tough. Yeah. But I ain't never played them to have like a personal grudge against them. You feel?
Yeah. They look in the AL because they can do the job there.
It's Columbus for me.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, if you would, please let the people know where they can find you, and if you have any last thoughts.
You can find Coach Strong on Facebook as Eddie Strong. Same thing with Mississippi Wolfpack. You find me the same way on IG. I got Eddie Strong on TikTok, Wolfpack page on TikTok. So you can find me there.
Yeah. You can find me on Instagram, AD White 934, and Twitter, AD White Rising Star. I'm just I'm just ready to dominate, really. I've been preparing all season or all off season. I'm ready to dominate. That's it.
All right.
Cool. We ready to rock and roll. You know how we roll.
Oh, you can find me on Instagram, JoeTheGoat 1K. You know, AL future champions right here. You see them? You see us? We coming.
You can find me on IG at LaMarcus Kelly, and I'm gonna pop up with the Wolfpack uniform on.
Yeah.
Or if you can't find me there, just meet me at halftime, baby. When we up 30, we up.
Cool. Good to have you, cool.
No problem, guys. And good luck, guys. Hope
Yes,
everybody
sir.
stays healthy in camp. And looking forward to conversate, chat with you guys throughout the season.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
appreciate that.
Appreciate it, cool.
Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna make a quick move here, guys. And we are going to bring on the guy that plays a couple of roles for the for everything. But right now he's the coach of the Jersey Bearcats. But he's going to talk to us a little bit more information about what we got going on with the draft. Here he is, Mr. AJ Roque. What's going on, AJ?
What's up, Cole?
Oh, nothing much, man. Nothing much. Just wanted to have you just hop on here for a few minutes and, give them a little bit more details about what's going on in the draft. I know you've been one of the guys that's been able to kind of smoothly lay everything down for the draft.
Yeah. It's been talked about for some time now. It's just coming up now. So, April 19th, the AAL will have a draft. It'll be drafting AL2 guys that are currently in the AL2 and or who have played in the AL2. It'll be four guys each team in the AL will draft. So a total of 16 guys to get drafted out of the entire AL2. These guys, in AL2, it's a shot, right? Direct line, right, to, a professional team, right? And like this weekend, I'm sure there's going to be some teams that are watching the AL2 kickoff this weekend, right? So you got a shot before the draft, and then you got a shot, 2 weeks before the draft even happens. So some teams got 3 shots. Some guys to get film. So, we're looking forward and we're excited about this draft. Right? We want to make sure guys have direct line, from within. Right? You don't have to go anywhere for anything, right? In the AL, and that's what we want, right? And there's so much more than this draft that's coming. I like the whole receipts.
Yeah, you definitely do, sir. You definitely do. But yeah, what I like about the draft, I kind of talked about it between the last two, but what I like about the draft is that you have the opportunity, like a lot of people said, for guys to get the chance. It's unique. It's the first, in the indoor arena, so to speak. So being innovative, bringing something new to the table, I feel like that's always a great thing. And, I know that everybody's going to be competitive. Everybody's going to want to get guys to be those last couple of pieces. I know camp starting, I think, Friday? So we got
Saturday. Yep.
Saturday, yeah. So we got camp starting. So everybody's going to be, trying to fill out the rosters, get their spots, while at the same time, paying a little bit of attention to the guys that they can have an opportunity to draft. And then obviously, if you have guys that may have gotten in that aren't currently on the AL2 team, you still, able to get tape and research those guys and all that good stuff. So you guys are picking last in the first round, but that means you get back-to-back picks. You know, that's the thing. Everybody's got their own, thing. Like Mississippi, they're picking second. Wheeling Minor, they're picking third. So you have everybody that kind of has their, their own thing with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we got a couple of. So I'll go ahead and do, since I have you here, I know we got a couple of guys from the team here. So we'll go ahead and get those guys on with you. Then we got Todd and Mateo, correct, sir?
Yep.
All right. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, Cool?
Nothing much, guys. Nothing much, guys. So
is Dwayne backstage?
Nah, Dwayne's not backstage.
Okay.
Yeah, only people backstage now are they haven't been on as Coach Chris and then Charles Faulkner. Everybody else has been on. Everybody else has been on this backstage.
Oh, Charles with us too, but I know he can't hear. So
okay. So yeah, he might have to leave and come back.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody can contact him, maybe let him know to leave and come back. I'll send him a message.
Dwayne's there too.
Okay, he just popped in.
I just want to say too, I think a lot of people will be surprised about the talent that is in the AL2. Right? Just look at the guys from the AL2 that are in the NAL right now, AF1 last year and this year. Some guys, it just doesn't get enough. It doesn't get enough credit. But there's some guys that's the main positions, from the AL2 in these other leagues.
Gotcha. All right. So I believe we got everybody on here. All right, so let's get things going. So, gentlemen, I always like to start by just having everybody introduce themselves. That way, we may have new people on, just get an opportunity to, see you guys for the first time. So we'll start with you, Coach, okay? And then we'll just go around, have everybody introduce themselves. Any information you'd like to give the people on how you got here, feel free to do so.
Yeah, started the Bearcats. First season was 2019. And we've been, going ever since. And then here we are, in the rebirth of the AAL for the first season. Just happy to be here. We are, in the rebirth.
Yeah. And guys, if you do me a favor, if you're not talking, put your mute on just in case there's any. Sometimes we get weird feedback or some background noise. Appreciate that. Todd, you up? It's on you, Todd.
What's going on? I didn't hear the question. The mic is not working, so I got the live on my other phone. But my name's Todd Simmons. I've been with Jersey Bearcats. This will be year 3 for us. Anything else I had to answer? Mic is not working, so I got the live on my other phone. But my name's.
All right, Mateo.
What's going on? My name is Mateo Rodriguez. I play quarterback. This is my second year playing for the Jersey Bearcats.
All right, Charles. We can't hear you. All right. Good. What's going on, man? Are you on mute? You still muted?
You hear me now?
Yep.
Cool. What's going with you? How you been?
Can't complain, man. Can't complain.
All right, man. But like you said, my name is Dwayne Larkin. I go by the nickname Gut. Hey, you say like it's like my second year at the Big Cast or third? How would you say it?
I mean, like
First year,
seventh year, but like first year, second year actually here with us.
Yeah, so I'll say second year with the Big Cats. But like I said, I'm excited, man. Ready for the season, man. That's all.
All right. So I've been asking this question, for the show. for the players, what are you guys' goals and what you want to accomplish in training camp? And then, of course, for coach, what are you looking for in the guys that are going to be the ones that make this team?
So look for guys to come in and compete, right, for spots. Last year we were able to carry 30, right? This year on a game day roster. Now game day you can only carry 21, right? And 23 with the AAL2 guys that you draft, right? Because they're exempt from your roster. So it's gonna be tough, right? Because we've had guys that have been around here, for some time, but right now, right, it's about who can make plays, right, and who can't. Right, you got a different tier, right? So you got to have different players, right? Different goals. So I think we'll be all right, right, with the guys that we got coming in, right? Some guys that weren't around before, and some guys that have been around from before.
Right.
So I think it's a good mix. What we got for this season.
I dig it. Mateo, what's your goals, man, for training camp?
I mean, just like how every other team said, I mean, just seeing what we got. I'm pretty excited because we got obviously new guys, and we had the team last year, and now we got old guys coming back. That was on the our AL2 championship team that are coming back. So like, I'm really excited just to see how that mesh is gonna work out. And on top of that, I mean, it's also big for our organization, us being a professional team for the first year. A lot of people see us as a good developmental team in the AL2, and now we get to play pro for our first year. So I think it's a real hop for the organization. And just going back to like the guys that we're bringing in. I mean, we have guys from rivalry teams, teams that we had dog fights with in the AL2, that decided to come join us. So I'm just excited to see all the talent that there is to show, especially in the North, because last year a lot of teams said the North really can't play and really don't have enough talent, or don't have any talent at all. So I'm just excited just to showcase that with these guys.
Mateo was like leaning already, boy. All right, good. What you got for us?
I was on mute. Like I said, man, we just gotta capitalize. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of mistakes and stuff last year that we got to capitalize on this year. I'm glad that a lot of new guys come to the team. You know what I'm saying, to show their talent. You know what I'm saying? And also, like I said, I don't care if you're here 2 years, 3 years, spots is, you know what I'm saying, not guaranteed. Everybody got to work for it. So you're just going to come in camp, compete, you know what I'm saying, get right, man, for the season. For the AL2 guys, like I said, it's good to see them, can move up to the pro team, showcase their talent. So that's a good thing. I like this draft thing. It's new. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to it. And I'm just ready, get ready for the season, man. We got 2 teams. We got to get our ball back from Mississippi and West Virginia. So, I'm excited, man.
I'm gonna have to tell you, like I had to tell Mr. Kelly, y'all need to be trying to get back from everybody.
You're right, but them 2 in particular.
I feel you. All right, Todd, what you got for us, man?
Well, look, they both came in here serious. The serious grind part, I'm gonna answer a little different. I want to go back to having fun. I mean, that's what we play this game for. And I feel like last year we was the most entertaining team out here. Honestly, the celebrations, we made it fun, and the fans loved it. So I want to get back to that. So I can't wait for training camp. We mingle again, and yeah, Nas, you already know we're gonna have some fun again. So yeah, I'm gonna be on the fun side on the answer. I know you guys were serious with your answers, but that'll be mine.
I like that. I definitely like that. Charles, was you able to get everything straightened out with the vocals? Nah. All right. It's all good, man. It's all good. All right. So the next question that I have for you gentlemen, Mateo kind of already answered this question. Same question I asked the Wolfpack. You were AAL2 last year. you're making the move up to AAL. Is there any extra preparation, any extra focus, or anything that goes into that, or is it just business as usual? We just doing it on a different stage.
Just doing it on a different stage, right? Bringing in a few different guys, right? To make sure you're in the best situation, right, to play every week against whoever. Coach Moreland, over here, yeah. So we're just bringing in guys to make sure that we're able to be where we want to be against whoever we play right on that Saturday. And I feel like we're ready for that. I wouldn't call it a challenge, right? I'm sure a lot of people on the internet are calling it a challenge for us, I guess, moving up or whatever you want to call it. But we're definitely ready.
All right, Todd, any thoughts?
This is my only answer. I don't got nothing to say. We can go to the next person.
All right, good. What you got?
I don't really got too much to say, man. Just ready, man. That's all, man. Just lock in. Like I said, have fun, and pretty much that's it, really. I don't really got too much to say either.
Got you. Now, Mateo, I know you were saying a little bit earlier, but anything you want to add to that, sir?
For sure. I mean, shoot. I mean, you got people already complaining about our arena, talking about how we don't have a real arena and stuff. So like what AJ said, there's a lot of doubt going around us and our organization. So I'm just excited, just to strap the helmet up and play ball at the end of the day. It doesn't matter where we at or to be honest.
I dig it, man. I dig it. I'll tell y'all one thing. There's certain things that you notice about certain teams. If you notice, all of these gentlemen are like more laid back off the field. I have seen them play on the field. They're not the same, but off the field, they're very laid back. So they save that energy for, game time. So I find it interesting because everybody doesn't do that. So I find it interesting. It seems to work out pretty well for them. So as long as it works out for them. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. So we got the draft coming up. We've already talked to Coach about it. But you guys as players, any thoughts that you guys have on the draft?
I would say, like I said before, it's new. You know what I'm saying? See these AA2 guys move up, to show their talent to the pro team and stuff like that. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I'm waiting to see, what the teams will be picking, man, with the drafts, man. So I'm excited for it.
All right.
And I just want to see who we picking, honestly.
Yeah, AJ, what we got? Nah.
I already got them all.
You got to keep it close to the vest because you don't pick till 4th in the first round. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep it close to the vest. Anything you want to add, Mateo?
I mean, it just gives another opportunity for the guys, just to keep playing football, I mean, that's one thing about me is that, I just want to keep playing so I can't play no more because, when the helmet shoulder pad comes off, I'm saying you can't get that back. So I just think, for it to extend, people's careers and stuff and for them to, move up to bigger and better things, I think it's a great thing for the league.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I completely agree with that, man. So we got AL, your American Arena League. This is, the reboot. So we coming back. We got 4 teams hitting you from, year one. Of course, the 3 that you talked to, as well as the Willing Miners. And then we got 2, of course, that were part of AL2 last year. The last 2 teams we talked to, they've now moved up to, AAL. So, 2 teams that were, I guess the best way I can say it is that we're very, very good teams. The 2 teams that were in the championship in AL2 last year. So it kind of makes sense when you think about it. If there's going to be the movement, you're moving the guys who, had a lot of success. So AL, I think, is in a really good place. AL2 has the opportunity to play a couple of games. they get a chance to see those players that they may be drafting. Like Coach Roque said, he's kind of got knows who he has his eye on already. But you go out there and you see somebody and they're doing some things that you didn't expect them to do, maybe change your mind a little bit. If and only if those players actually registered and are part of the draft. So you got to think about making sure you're part of the draft, because if you're out here balling and you want the opportunity, you can't get the opportunity if you're not part of the draft. So make sure you handle that part of the business. Make sure you register and make sure you go ahead and pay, handle your business, so that way you can be part of this. This is my last little draft push for the night, gentlemen. So just to finish things off, any other thoughts that you guys have? And also, please let the people know where they can find you.
No, we're looking forward to camp, right? March 28th. We got a scrimmage joint practice, April 4th. So definitely looking forward to that, right? To see where, see another color early. Everything's done purposely. Then we're looking forward to our first, our exhibition game, against the Eagles. And then right after that, can't wait to get on that plane and head down to Mississippi, right? Get our ball back. And then let so on and so forth after that. Because we see the talk too, right? And that's on our bulletin board too, what everybody says, how this league's gonna go and who's gonna be at top and all that. We see it too, right? And we put it on our bulletin board too. So
I feel you on that. Mateo? Oh, you didn't let the people know where they can find you at, Coach?
Yeah, my bad. I was just starting to man. On Facebook, you can catch me at AJ Roque. Instagram, Coach Roque1. The team, you can catch us on Facebook at Jersey Bearcats Arena Football, and also on Instagram at Jersey Bearcats Football, Jersey Bearcats FB on Instagram. So
fair enough. All right, Mateo, all you.
Yeah, I'm just ready to go. Just coming back from last year, and leaving college early and coming as a young guy. I made my mistakes last year, and through the off season, I just had time to think, had a time just to go back and think about certain things I could have done better for my team. So the biggest thing was being more mature and being more outspoken, especially to my teammates. So it just took me some time to grow up just a little bit, but yeah, everything is out the window now. I don't care. We don't care about what happened last year. That was last year. So now we're just focusing on this season and just trying to make the best out of it. And like what AJ said about the bulletin, we see things, but we ain't the type to talk about it. So we're just gonna play football at the end of the day. To be honest, I don't give a damn who they sign, or who they got. We got guys too, we signing guys too. So the talent's there. So at the end of the day, it's about who wants it more. And you guys can follow me at I am Mateo Rodriguez on Instagram, and that's it for me.
Hold on real quick. Cool. Before we go to the next one. Coach Moreland, all 4 teams will go to the playoffs for the first season. You know what photo that is. Bulletin board material. It's been the same one since last year.
Oh, my. All right. Gut, man. What you got for us, Gut?
Oh man, I just see that picture too. That's funny. But like I said, man, I wish everybody best of luck in the season. I'm saying, we're gonna be prepared. So we're gonna lock in, do our thing, and go from there. Know what I'm saying? But y'all can follow me at and Gut We Trust 73 on Instagram and Facebook, Dwayne Larkin. Know what I'm saying? But oh yeah, I forgot one more thing. Bed Cats and Foe.
Whose turn is it?
It's on you.
Well, I'm a piggyback a little bit on what Mateo said. Mateo mature. That's why he played quarterback. I'm mature. I'm not mature. I don't got no cut cards. Arena football is played with 8 players, not 9. So hopefully we got some refs that can see this time. But I can't wait for this flight up to Mississippi. Yeah, we got to get that back in blood. But like I was saying, arena football is played with 8 players, not 9. And yeah, Mateo, he the quarterback. He mature. I'm not mature. And I don't let nothing go. So I cannot wait for that flight.
And we got new referees. told you those guys
last one couldn't see.
They wouldn't ref another down in Jersey. 9 guys, linemen not set. It's cool though, right? It's cool. I got you, Coach Moreland.
Coach Strong said good luck too. All right, good people. So another episode, AL 5th quarter. Talked about training camp, the draft. Definitely be checking back in to see how things are going throughout, the training camp process and all that good stuff. Good luck to the Bearcats as well. Didn't get to chop it up with the Miners tonight, but good luck to them as well. Hope we both have successful camps without injuries. And we'll look forward to getting everybody on and, talking about the teams and everything that's happening with the AAL here in the next couple of weeks.
One last thing, cool.
Sure.
It is 4 teams, right, in the league, but
yes,
it's a damn good 4-team league.
Okay.
Right.
I think so too.
To, some other things that are out there, and that's what people are going to see, right, when the AAL kicks off.
Yeah, I definitely say it's the AL show, but between the AL, AL2, you're going to see a lot of really good football. I think you'll see the AL2 teams that are playing AL teams get up for those games and give the best, that they have. So I think those games will definitely have some competitiveness, maybe not in the score necessarily. But I think the games themselves will be competitive. Some may be competitive on the score as well. So it's going to be a lot of good football that's going to be played. And I would advise you guys to make sure that you're tapping in to both of these leagues because you're going to see a lot of good quality football. It's going to be a fun time. So again, I want to thank everybody that hopped on. Those who couldn't, I get it. But we definitely will be back giving you more of these wonderful episodes talking about the league and everything that's going on. And we definitely appreciate everyone who has tuned in, who's liked it, who's left comments, all those great things. And make sure that you are back here for the next episode. And make sure you're checking the streams. Make sure you're checking out the different teams' pages, the league websites for AL2.com, AmericanArenaLeague.com, because there's a lot of good information that you're going to find in those leagues about things that are happening with the teams and with the leagues as well. And with that being said, for the AAL, with Cool McCain, and we out.
know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast.
Can I run up the score? Run up the board, breaking them all. Ay, ay, walking the door. You know what happened? We step on the floor. Ay, ay, coming from on. You don't want problems, you already know it. Ay, ay, come on my to it. You already know it.